Hi again, this is Game 5 of the King's War Tournament held here in Cornwall, and this time my Kingdoms of Men are taking on the Abyssals. Okay, my opponent already had first turn, but I've run through my setup. Here on my left flank I've got my Mounted Sergeants, my General and Winged Beast, my 20 Spearmen, Archers, Shield Wall. And towards the middle of the board I've got my Horde with my Battle Standard behind, and my other unit of Shield Wall. My opponent is using some stand-ins here for the Abyssals. He was going to do a Brazilian army, but unfortunately his angels hadn't arrived. So he's got two small units of, I'm just looking it up here because I can't remember the name, the Harbingers of the Abyss. They're the dogs there. And he's got 3 units of lower Abyssals with some big monsters in just to bulk up the units, 2 regiments and a horde. And finally, the Juggernauts are the behemoths of the Abyssals as well. And that's his army setup. The final game we're playing is Loot. That's why the blue and yellow markers are down. This is just him making his move off from his right flank. There you can see 2 units of Harbingers, 1 unit of behemoths, and a regiment of lower Abyssals. So in my turn, I just moved all my troops up. I'm setting up my general there just to try and get a flank charge on his lower Abyssals as they come round, or counter charge any of these fast units that are appearing. My archers had a shot at those Harbingers, and I think I managed to waver them. Yeah, I managed to get 1 wound through and waver these guys, which pretty much snarled up this side of his lines. And also on my left flank, my mounted sergeants, who with the Brew of Haste got 20 inch charge, caught him by surprise and managed to charge his Harbingers, charging into 3 wounds and managed to waver them. It was also his turn of movement as well, so as you can see his behemoths have turned to face the flank of my mounted sergeants there. In the centre his horde actually backed up a bit, I think, a bit worried of getting charged by too many items, and his little wizard, in the first turn he zapped my unit, the shield wall there, and this turn he's starting to have a go at my standard bearer, and unfortunately for me he managed to waver him, so he's going to be stuck there and being zapped a few more times. So in my turn I take the bull by the horns and charge in. On the left hand side there I charge my mounted sergeants back into the Harbingers, and then I do a combined charge of the wavered Harbingers with my shield wall and my spear, and my general goes in for a flank charge against the lesser Abyssals. And after the combat, my mounted sergeants turn to face the behemoths, just so they can take a front charge. If they do go in, they'll be disrupted, so that's -1 to hit. I managed to waver his unit of lower Abyssals thanks to my general going in there, so that saved my other 2 units being charged there, and me be able to combine charge him there. I'm not too sure what he does with his left side here. I think he's starting to panic already about what's happening on his right, and just holds back, make sure he's unable to be charged by my horde and supporting units. And then my opponent in his turn charges in with his behemoths, but his behemoths bounce. This means I can get a charge on them. Again, I've got the same problem. We're both charging through terrain, so we're both disordered. I do a combined charge on his lower Abyssals in the centre there, and my archers just start moving forwards just to grab that objective. It's just showing my charge of my mounted sergeants. As you see, only got 2 wounds through on me last turn, which was lucky for me because I do think they've got crushing strength relatively high, either a 1 or a 2. So they are hitting on 5s and probably wounding on 3s or 2s. So I was lucky to get away with that. So here I managed to wipe out his lower Abyssals. My infantry turn to face the centre of the board, or my general turns back to try and help out the mounted sergeants if they need it. My sergeants go in, do 4 wounds, but don't do anything to them. I don't think I even waver them. so hopefully my general can come in and save him next turn. With a combined charge of my cavalry and my general, that should see these behemoths off. So my opponent starts backing off with his horde and turns to face my units that come in to give support. His other unit of lesser abyssals is starting to move up now to support his horde. And again his behemoths go in. I'm just hoping to hold my ground there and able to counter-charge along with the general. But I was lucky enough not to get broken, but I did get wavered, which means they won't be going in, and I have to rely on my general wiping them out as quickly as possible, because they probably won't take another charge now. So in the centre of the board I'm just moving up to be able to charge as many units on his main horde as I can, though at the moment I am trying to stay out of the way of his charge itself, so I don't want him to charge in and break one unit before I can help. Due to the length of a horde and the rulings of measurements taken from the leader model, I can actually get a charge off with a couple of my guys without being charged themselves, even though we move the same amount. And my general goes in to try and do his stuff, attacking from the rear, so that's triple attacks. So I'll be up to 18, 19 attacks thanks to my sword of slashing. And he does his stuff. He's probably one of the best units I've got in this army. I don't think he's failed me yet. So he turns around, ready to move up the board to help with getting some flank charges on the horde of lesser abyssals. Due to the time constraints, I had to miss a few photos. Missed his turn and my turn. His turn, he just brought his units up. In my turn, I just moved forwards. He left just enough exposed of his lower abyssals so I could get a flank charge with my general, and I threw my shield wall in the front as well. This is going to be the last turn with a 50-50 chance of getting the 7th turn. So I've already won the battle. I've got all the objectives that I need, 2 more than him. So I'm just going to get as many victory points as I can, because I know this tournament's going to be quite tight now. So we roll for another turn. I went in, failed to kill them. So all bounced, roll for another turn, and it ended. Whatever happened there, I won the game because I held another 3 objectives. He could only grab 1, so I wasn't too worried about another game turn being played. I was simply trying to get as many points as I could. And that was it then. So that's 4 wins and a loss. So that's game 5 out of the way. I'll just do a roundup on the position I came in a minute. Really good game. It was a shame my opponent did get to have his Abyssals there. He had a really nasty list with the angels and that in it. It's just unfortunate that Mantic didn't get it out to him. They did arrive a week later, by the way, so he got them in the end but missed the tournament. But a really good game and a good tournament. So, farewellis.